Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings and going over whether or not they should trade for former Defensive Player of the Year cornerback Stephon Gilmore, who is currently on the New England Patriots. But before we get into that topic, there's a quick question for those of you viewing. Do you think the Vikings will make the playoffs in 2021? Yes or no question. Quick and easy. Comment down below and you'll kind of hear my answer throughout. But getting straight into it, to me, this is the immediate yes. Obviously, you have to consider what is Stephon Gilmore going to cost. If the Patriots are being stubborn, like we're taking a first-round pick and a first-round pick only, I don't know if I'd give up. Let's make it clear, I would not give that up for a guy that's 30 going on 31. Coming off of somewhat of an injured season, he still played, I believe, 9 or 10 games, but still up there in age, only really got 1 year left on his contract. I'm not giving up a first-round pick. But if we're talking day 2 picks, day 3 picks, the Patriots are considering taking a second and a fifth, a third and a fourth, something around that range. And I'm the Vikings, a team that I believe can make a deep playoff run and could already be a possible dark horse Super Bowl team, but could be put over the top. If you give them an all-pro corner, then I'm definitely making a phone call and at least figuring out what is Stephon Gilmore going to cost. Looking at this Vikings team, like I said, I truly believe as long as, some couple things don't hold them back. I'm not the biggest fan of their special teams. I'm not the biggest fan of Mike Zimmer. I'm a huge fan of Kirk Cousins. Honestly, he's one of my favorite players in the NFL, but I'm also understand that he has a ceiling that isn't the highest in the NFL, but the rest of the talent is there. These are things that they can overcome, and just because I have my questions about Mike Zimmer doesn't mean he's a bad coach. He's not the coach I would want. On my team, he's still a great defensive mind, and I think he could teach us or coach this team to be a successful team. I'm just basing it off of my own preference. I like an offensive-minded guy. But like I said, you have a Kirk Cousins guy, a guy that's not bad. He can be a guy that can win you games. He's got a good arm. He's got good accuracy. He's just not a go big or go home guy. He likes to play it safe, and that can get the job done when you have talent like Dalvin Cook in the backfield. When you have Jay Jettas, you got Adam Thielen. Irv Smith's probably going to have a much bigger role, the athletic tight end. I don't know how he's going to pan out. I have high hopes for him, but we still have to see it come into fruition. Chad Beebe, I don't know what to expect out of him, but he's still a known guy that you don't really know what you're going to get out of him. Excuse me. Christian Darrisaw, he was a pretty big steal in this draft, at least in my opinion, for them to get him at, 19th or 20th pick. They traded back with the Jets and still pulled out the third best tackle in this draft. That's pretty good to me. Looking at the defense, you got Danielle Hunter up front. You got Dalvin Tomlinson to help him out. You added Sheldon Richardson. Dalvin Tomlinson and Sheldon Richardson, those guys aren't going to be there to rack up sacks, but they could create a lot of pressure in the box, bring in a lot of attention, and open it up for your big pass rusher like Danielle Hunter to win those one-on-one matchups. He's had 14.5 sacks at his career high back-to-back years, last 2 times he played. I think with the revamped defense, 17 games, he's going to have a career season. I've already predicted that. He's going to go above and beyond his career record of 14.5 sacks. Love the linebacker core. Eric Hendricks is the top 3 linebacker. Him and Anthony Barr are probably one of the best linebacker duos. I'd either give it to them or Devin White, Levante David on the Bucs. I think those 2 are the best linebacker duos in the NFL. Give it to whoever you want. Pick your poison. Looking at the secondary, you already got some older guys in Patrick Peterson, another quarterback that's 30 going on 31. But him and Stephon Gilmore together with a great safety in Harrison Smith. You got Xavier Woods. What is this team missing? Like I said, there's some minor holes. I don't trust the special teams, and Mike Zimmer, even though I have my questions, I don't think he's awful. Kirk Cousins, huge fan of him, but he has a ceiling. But like I said, when you got a top 3 running back, you have a top 10, top 12 receiver, and Justin Jefferson, depends where you rank him. Adam Thielen is as reliable as it comes. He's one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the NFL at this point. The defense is top 10 with the upside of being top 5. Like I said, you got your big pass rusher, you got your big run stoppers, you got a great linebacker duo. You already have a stacked secondary, like I said, with Patrick Peterson, Harrison Smith, Xavier Woods. You throw in Stephon Gilmore in this team, and all of a sudden it's like, are the Vikings going to take over the NFC North, Aaron Rodgers or not? And to me, that is worth it. Are you really going to get a cornerback? Are you really going to get a guy in the draft in the 2nd or 3rd round, whatever you trade for Stephon Gilmore, that is actually better than him? No, to me, you got to do the rent-a-player thing. See if you can make a run at it for 1 season. You got all these guys under contracts for now. Soon, money's not going to be the greatest thing ever, but you've made moves with Danielle Hunter. You fixed his contract, and that kind of opened up some money to bring in Sheldon Richardson. Try and create some more space. Go out there and try and trade for Stephon Gilmore. You might have to move some more money around, but to me, it's worth it. You have everything you need. Sometimes it's like, well, we want to wait another year. We want to see what we got this year, and if there's any other issues, we'll continue to build through the draft. We'll continue to build through free agency. But to me, this is a team that you got to jump on it while you have a Super Bowl window within your realm. There's already pressure of, Kellen Mond behind Kirk Cousins. I don't want to create some quarterback controversy in the following years. I want to make a run while we have a starter right now. I'm not a Vikings fan, so excuse me for saying we, but you guys know what I mean. I'm just referring to the team. I can't deny it. Like I said, I'm not a Vikings fan, but I can't deny they don't have a good thing going on down there in Minnesota. I think they have a great squad, a solidified top 10 defense with the upside of being top 5. And I would already give them top 5, but I got to see how these guys are. How's Danielle Hunter coming from being a year off? How's all these guys coming off from injuries? How Patrick Peterson going to be in a new defense? Like I said, they have top 5 upside, but I can't give it to them now until they actually play. I have to see it come into fruition. To me, you give them Stephon Gilmore, he becomes an all-pro corner again. Patrick Peterson becomes a Pro Bowl corner again. This could be the best defense in the NFL. That's how big of an impact Stephon Gilmore can have. I think people are underrating him at this point. Last time he played a full healthy season, he won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think many people understand how not so often cornerbacks win Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, look how many Aaron Donalds won it, J.J. Watts won it. It typically goes to a pass rusher, a guy on that defensive line. Stephon Gilmore went above and beyond, and he won it as a cornerback. That says something to me. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 corner in the league. Rank him where you want. Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Xavier Howard, Tre'Davious White, Marlon Humphrey, Stephon Gilmore. They're all within that same realm to me. Gilmore's a top 5 with the top 3 upside. That's how big or how good this guy is. And if you bring him on this Vikings team, the NFC North is really a battle. Last week, the Vikings and Packers already split one game, and that was with the Vikings not playing at their best. Obviously, Dalvin Cook carried that game. I believe he had 200-plus yards, but it just shows even on an off day for the rest of the defense and rest of the offense, Dalvin Cook could get the job done. If you have an on day for everyone, you could go 2-0 against the Packers. Do I think this will happen? No, but I'm just saying the Vikings have that type of well-roundedness to this roster that I think they could get the job done and take over the division. Now, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, I don't know if I'd bet on the Vikings to win, but it's not this landslide thing like it always is when Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Anytime we enter the NFL season, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are on good terms and they're healthy. We just assume it's a NFC North championship to Aaron Rodgers, an NFC North title to Aaron Rodgers. Now this year, I don't know if it's such a for sure thing like it's always been. Excuse me. I'm excited to see it. I don't know if the Vikings are going to make a trade for this, but I do think they should because this could really put them over the top as a possible serious Super Bowl contender. Obviously, we have to see how Kirk Cousins will play. If this defense can stay healthy. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. But I like what this team has. I like the potential they got, and I think with Stephon Gilmore, they could go really far, but we'll just have to see. At the bare minimum, I think they should at least make a phone call to see what he's going to cost. That's all I'm asking for. Find out what the price is going to be. But as always, guys, you got to tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think the Vikings should go after Stephon Gilmore? Referring back to the question of the day, what do you think they'll make the playoffs? To me, it's yes, but you guys tell me. As always, and of course, thanks for watching.